From the time you try to exercise that freedom, they insult you. They call you big batty African. They call you house slaves. They call you the nastiest thing. Well, I want you to tell them that the national hero of this country is Coffee, and Coffee was a proud and upstanding house slave. Nothing wrong.
I know these guys aren't smart as they pretend to be. From Anil Nandalall to Barra Jagdeo to President Ifran Ali, these guys aren't smart as they pretend to be, and the mask is slipping. The mask has been removed from the bees, brothers and sisters. From Barra Jagdeo saying that Barbados is not no big destination. You got to be really desperate to post a picture saying that, look, I'm traveling now. Disrespecting our CARICOM sister country, one of the countries that would have been the initial founders of CARICOM, and Barra Jagdeo would speak that way about our sister country, our sister island. Just imagine. I know these guys aren't as smart as they pretend to be. These guys have no emotional control. These guys are all over the place. It's the first time these guys have experienced the amount of pushback that the PPP are experiencing today, and the mask is starting to slip. It clearly shows pressure bust pipes to President Ali. Female reporter asking President Ali about them acquiring a lobbying firm to target their political opponents, and President Ali jumping all the way out of character and started harassing that young woman at her job. It clearly shows the mask has started to slip. Now, Anil Nandalall, Coffee, the national hero of Guyana, was a proud house slave. He really got that story misconstrued. There was nothing proud about slavery, Anil Nandalall. The slaves didn't want to be there, Anil Nandalall. And it's the same way our brothers and sisters do not want to be a part of the PPP, because they know what has been going on under your governance for the past 28 years and beyond. Every single thing in this country you guys have monopolized and made it harder for us to get. And most of the newcomers, the newfound PPP, they are fully aware to the subjection, the oppression, and the brutality and the manipulation of the People's Progressive Party Civic, but they have no choice. They're desperate, they're hungry, and they're scared. They're terrified of your government. And this was the same situation that our national hero Coffee found himself in. Nobody didn't willingly come in and say they want to be a slave. Coffee never said, you make me a slave, I want to be a house slave. Slaves were captured, Anil Nandalall. I could have sworn these men would have known the history. I can't believe, as these words were coming out of your mouth, Anil Nandalall, as an intelligent man, pretending to be, you couldn't talk to yourself you couldn't speak to your subconscious mind and say, no, don't say that. This is not good to say. You said it. And then after you said it, you disrespected the entire African race. You did it. This is the second time you're doing it, you know, Anil Nandalall. The first time you said black people, Africans have never been in a better position than they are in now under the PPP, because you guys gave a few of them a little bit of what you've been withholding from them. And ever since then, we had our eyes on you, you know, Anil Nandalall. But you see, I continue to say, there's no better time than Jehovah God time. God will make the tongues of the enemy start to speak the truth, and you will understand exactly how they feel about you. I hope my brothers and sisters that were in attendance there soaked it in. Because Anil Nandalall seems to believe that being a slave to the PPP, you should be proud of it. Because our forefather, Coffee, had to endure slavery. He thinks that Coffee was proud of being a house slave. That was all they had to offer Mr. Nandalall. Mr. Coffee, he had no choice. He didn't even have a choice to get his own name. Their names were given by slave masters. Even our names were stripped from us, Mr. Nandalall. Our families were separated, were shattered, and were scattered across different plantations, Anil Nandalall. There was nothing proud about Coffee being a house slave. The proudest thing Coffee did was rebel against slavery, which is what I'm calling on my brothers and sisters, not just home, but in the diaspora to do. Don't let Mr. Nandalall come and say that it's malapropism and a slip of the tongue. The tongue always will speak what the heart is concealing. And this is the time of revolution. And we will have a lot of revelations. Now let me read some of what Anil Nandalall tried to say to pull back this disrespect. And this is not the first time that he disrespected Afro-Guyanese. Live for the world to see, for the public to see. But listen to what he's saying now, after he's facing backlash. So in his apology on Facebook, Mr. Nandalall said his comments did not accurately convey his intention. And for my lack of clarity, I offer my unqualified and unreserved apology. Unqualified? Definitely. He said that the public records will reflect that he has always described slavery as by far the worst tragedy in recorded history, explaining that his intention was not born out of ill will or any form of disrespect whatsoever. Well, it's too late to apologize, Mr. Nandalall. It's too late. The entire world knows that slavery by far was the worst tragedy recorded in history. But when you, with your voice, your mouth, say that Kofi was proud to be a slave, is as if you're telling the Afro-Guyanese in this country that right now are part of your party, that they have to accept that they are just house slaves. But you know ways in the dark always come to light, and you can't hide from yourself forever, Mr. Nandalall. And this apology that you're giving, we do not accept it, because you're a man that's big on words. You're a man that believes that you should study before you speak, that you should make sure that you mean what you say. There's no backpedaling now. There's no backpedaling now, Mr. Nandalall. Let the facts show on record that the PPP thinks exactly what Mr. Nandalall said of the Afro-Guyanese that have recently decided to join the PPP. Because you guys, think about it. All the multi-millionaires and the billionaires, the Hindustan billionaires, we don't see them having to come out and endorse the PPP. Look at it. I'm speaking about the Hindustan. When you look at the people that have to come out and do the endorsement because they have to sing for the supper, because to the PPP they are exactly what Mr. Nandalall said. It's Afro-Guyanese and it's our Amerindian brothers and sisters. It's the T-shows selling out their Amerindian brothers and sisters, selling out the birthright of their Amerindian brothers and sisters and endorsing the PPP, because you have to pledge loyalty. Now once you got to show loyalty, it means that the PPP don't trust you to begin with. If they trusted you, if they loved you, if they care about you, you wouldn't have to come out on the media and say, and I endorse the president for a second term. As a matter of fact, the president and the People's Progressive Party Civic, that has had more wealth to manipulate than all other governments since the 70s, their track record of inclusion and of increase for the Guyanese people should have been the People's Progressive Party Civic endorsement. But you see, when you know that you have not done enough, it is at this time that you get desperate, and every time Dick, Harry and Jones that have received something that they benefited from the PPP have to come and speak against their brothers and sisters, have to come and look back at the crowd that they just got separated from and was given a little crumb of what the government has been withholding from them. They have to come out on the media, put their face out there and basically tell the teachers that have struck for 75 days last year that we are against you. We are with the government. Have to come out and pledge and basically tell Adriana Young's parents, who has had no resolve in the death of their baby, that hey, we are against you. Have to tell the truckers, we are against you. Have to tell the nurses that are fleeing, we are against you. Now, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, the apology of Mr. Nandalall, though it will be well articulated, the tongue will always speak what the heart tries to conceal. And Mr. Nandalall, if you think it's okay to be a house slave, if you think it's okay for people to be a slave, you know, every man has a right to decide his own destiny. And in this judgment, there should be no partiality. This is an Eternity Enterprise presentation.